Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. It's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. So I hope you guys are doing a fantastique. I've been guided to do a little bit of a love read for each sign. So I'm going to start off with Aquarius and then work my way through the signs. And everything is detailed in the description box, like whatever your sign is and then what time it's going to appear in the video. So feel free to watch yours and your crush, you know, whoever you're cross watching for, or watch the whole thing, totally your decision. So I'm going to use the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition deck because it's so beautiful and it just reminds me of a love story. And I have the Romance Angels Oracle cards here as well. So also what you might want to do is check your, as well as your sun sign, which everybody is usually, that's their go-to when they're watching tarot or looking at a horoscope. But you could check out your moon, rising, or Venus. So if you're not quite sure how to calculate those, I think the website is called Cafe Astrology, and it has a calculator link to figure out all of these aspects of your zodiac signs. So I thought it was pretty interesting, and I actually did an entire video on my other channel, Oracle Rising, so if you want to check that out too, go ahead. But anyway, I'm going to start with Aquarius. I'm just going to give the Romance Angels here a couple shuffles, and then we'll run through and, you know, let me know what you think of your little reading, guys. I haven't done one for, geez, I think it's been almost a year. Just a specific love reading. I was doing them for a while and then I stopped, and yesterday I was kind of hanging around with my dog and I was like, okay, well, Spirit wants me to do one of these, so there must be a few of you out there wanting to watch. So let me just mark the time here for Aquarius, and I've been talking for quite a while, which tends to happen in case you're not my personal friend. So Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to pull a couple cards here for you for love. So I've got the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition. So we have the Four of Swords here. So seems like there's a situation that you might need to sit back and think about. You know, if you've been single for a while, why is that? Are you healing from a previous relationship? Are you starting to look at specific patterns in who you date, and maybe that's why you need to be single? Or maybe wanting to approach somebody and ask them out. But you need to think about it and who that person might be and if they are the right fit for you, especially, you know, as you start to get into phases of your life where you might be considering a serious commitment. You know, dating is completely different from when you're in your teen years to when you start to really mature. So, you know, take your time. The Four of Swords really indicates being able to, you know, think about things and enter into calm decisions. So I think this is a really important card to be mindful of. And we have the Knave of Wands here. So this is a really fascinating card here also. This is really pertaining to perhaps receiving a message from somebody. If you're on a dating website, or, you know, you might get notified from somebody. You can see there's a little bit of an envelope here, which is really cool. I get the sense that for some of you, your ex could be checking in on you. You might really want to understand why you're still allowing your ex access to you. Might not be the best idea ever. You know, sometimes an ex will just check on you to see if they still have access to your energy, and that's not cool. So I'm going to pull a Romance Angel Oracle card here for you. So something you're being cautioned to take things a little bit slow and maybe check people that no longer belong in your life. So this is really interesting. I pulled the card here, past life relationship, and this says you have known each other before. And I'm really getting the sense here that it is the new person coming into your life, and not if you have potentially an ex-partner trying to still keep connected to you, you know? and keep you on the hook. Maybe they're bored and they're kind of like a cat playing with a mouse, you know what I mean? And you don't want to be the mouse in this relationship. You know, it's not appropriate. So really try to limit and really try to look at where you want to be in your life with the Four of Wands, and pay attention to messages that are really good for you. And you do have the potential of a twin flame here with the past life relationship card. So honor yourself and what is best for your future, and not for just what happened the other day, you know, or a year ago, or, you know, how much you were in love with your ex-partner. So just be careful and maybe meditate on things, guys. So I'm going to end that for Aquarius, and I'm just going to mark the time down here for Pisces. So Pisces, welcome here to your little mini love reading. I'm just going to reshuffle the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition deck here for you. And I'll pull a couple cards here to see what's going on in your love life, potentially. All right, so I feel like that's good. I'm going to do a deck cut here, Pisces. So we have the Eight of Swords, all right. So the Eight of Swords is you could still be really wrapped up in your head about something. I'm getting the phrase actually caught up in the game. Somebody could be giving you mixed messages and making you doubt yourself. I'm getting the phrase here, spinning spider webs, which is not really the best. It's not a good implication. Let's just put it that way. You could be really still upset with an ex-partner or the situation, not quite healed. Let's pull another card here. So you have the Ace of Swords. So it does look like you're going to be able to move out of that mindset and into something that's going to feel a little bit more comfortable for you, Pisces. You know, the Ace of Swords, this is an intellectual victory. So if you have been feeling a little bit weighed down by an ex-partner, or you're not too sure how to approach somebody new in your life, there's going to be some clear and concise direction come in, probably from your higher self or one of your spirit guides, which is just going to go, oh, poor Pisces, you know, they just don't know if they're coming or going when it comes to love. So I'm going to come in and give a little bit of an advice here so you can get out of your own head. And, you know, I know so many people, they spend a lot of time looking at what they did wrong in the last relationship, or why did that person treat me like that, you know, and there's some things that you're never going to have answers to. So you might just want to pack it in and move on, you know. So we have very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So this just really, really goes hand in hand with this Eight of Swords, because the Eight of Swords is a really spinning energy. It's like being on a hamster wheel of thought, and you're not being able to project to the universe what it is that you want. So every conversation that you have, possibly related to an ex, or, you know, anything that you're thinking that is really stinging you, it's telling the universe what you want. So this is where you need this Ace of Swords energy to come in and say, okay, so we're not doing that anymore. We're not going to think about that. You're going to position yourself very clearly about what you want for your love life, and maybe define it out on paper, you know, write your ideal partner, their attributes down, so that the universe knows what to deliver to you, because it's ready to bring in that ideal partner for you. So that is your little mini love reading for you, Pisces, and thanks for tuning in. Hey, Aries. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple of Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition cards for your love reading, and this is take 2. So I don't know, you know, sometimes technology glitches for a reason. I thought I pressed record, but I actually stopped the video. So I was talking about these 2 cards and I was not recording, and I was like, okay. So I was guided to just put them back in the deck and start over again. So there must be obviously a different message available for you, Aries. So just give me 1 second. They were really good cards too. I'm just going to say that. Ooh, 4 of Coins, completely different. So there could be a little bit of anxiety for you related to love, you know, looking, some of the decks, well, most of the decks, they show like an old dude, and he's holding on to the coins or stepping on them, and he's just like, oh, there's not enough love to go around. I'm really nervous about what's going to take place in the future. So there is a little bit of anxiety related to love here for you, Aries. And are you thinking that, oh, I'm never going to meet that person? You know, it's never going to be the same as whoever, you know, the one that got away or whatever happened in your previous relationship, with all due respect. So a certain amount of anxiety. Very interesting and completely different than the last card I pulled, but this is very also freaking fascinating. 6 of coins. Okay, so the universe is saying there is definitely an energy available to you, somebody that is going to be an excellent match for you, regardless of how nervous and shy you might feel about starting over again, or, you know, just basically, okay, starting over again. But anyway, there's 2 people reaching out here equally. There's an equal balance of the coins on the top and the bottom. Every time I see this card, I think of a reciprocating balance of energy, of give and take, of generosity being, I sound like Joey from Friends, you know, the giving and the taking and the loving and the receiving. So something very auspicious, someone very auspicious coming in, like the yin to your yang, and really, you know, that person, and not anybody to be compared to a previous partner or a dream, because it's not fair to compare, you know, but like also the one, very fascinating here. So interesting card here for you guys. This says very soon. So this says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So instead of being nervous here, guys, with the 4 of coins, with that, oh, it'll just be a train wreck, or I'm not ready, or, you know, there's nobody to date. There is. You can see them here, and they're going to be a wonderful balance for you, and they will understand you. There's 2 hands equally on the envelope of the messaging. So, and then the universe is saying this person is going to be available to you very soon. So take note of that, Aries, and just sort of, you know, get ready. So anyway, Aries, that is your cards, and I am just going to mark down the time for Taurus, and we'll see you back here another time. Take care. What's up, Taurus? Okay, I've got your mini love reading here on the way. So I'm using the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition for a couple of cards, and then I'm going to use a Romance Angel. So let's see what we have here. Ooh, guys, best card so far in my opinion. So we do have the 10 of Cups. So this is the ultimate and vast happiness, bliss, joy, however you want to call it. 10 of Cups is the rainbow of joy and happiness. So what a blessing to see this card come in for you. And let me just pull one more here. Whoa, you guys. Okay, so you've got 10s across the board. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. So joy and abundance, you know, is like you guys are going to be singing and dancing and just super duper happy and thrilled. This is when I want to be a Taurus, because your cards are so amazing. Really deeply emotional and abundant connection available to you. So you want to take care of that. And it, you know, it doesn't matter if you're single or in a relationship. You could have somebody coming in if you're single, and you could just rejuvenate a relationship that might be in a bit of a dry patch here for you with these 2 10s, which is just beautiful. So let's have a Romance Angel. So this says finances and career. So this says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now, which could really really be part of this 10 of coins. Do you guys watch Married at First Sight? It's one of my guilty pleasures, and I was watching it yesterday, and one of the counselors was saying, you know, finance isn't one of the reasons that people, you know, fight or get divorced, but it is the communication style around finances that makes it very difficult for people. So you might want to have a challenging conversation if you're currently in a relationship with your partner and you have different spending styles, or, you know, if you're single and you think that you don't have enough money to date somebody. I mean, but look at what is coming in for you, you know, emotionally. So, you know, have conversations about differences in finance, and maybe you just need to do, you know, really low-key entertainment things instead of going and blowing out your bank balance just to go on a date or something like that. You know, if somebody is really for you, it's not going to be for your bank balance. So don't get too caught up in that, Taurus. So you have some really, really interesting cards here. Really nice cards here. So just manage that communication style, and just remember to negotiate with people if you're out on the dating scene and say, well, for now, you know, my hours got cut, or so can we do things that are on the cheap or whatever. You know, just be mindful of other people's budgets too. If you have more money than somebody else, you know, just have the discussion, because love is worth it. You know, money comes and goes. So anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys there, and hope you have a great day ahead. And I'm just gonna move on to Geminis. So take care. Bye. Gemini, how's it going? I was sneaking in a sip of tea. I've been talking so much, but anyway, let's do your little love reading here. I'm going to pull 2 Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition cards. So we have the 6 of Wands and we have the 8 of Wands. Very powerful fire cards, cards of action. The 6 of Wands speaks of being really victorious and coming out of a situation with full crowd support. And then the 8 of Wands talks about things being very, very uplifted and happening quickly, and there could be travel in your future. So, you know, you could be prepared for somebody to come in very fast for you, and it could very well be a fire sign, because we've got 2 wands. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries could be on the horizon for you. It seems like it would be a really good match, you know, with the personalities and the, you know, I'm getting, you know, maybe enjoying the same sort of activities, possibly traveling, you know, outdoor activities with that 6 of Wands. Could be somebody that could be a match for you physically, mentally, and emotionally. So that would be really cool for you. So let's pull a Romance Angel Oracle card. And I have this situation going on. I'm being guided to take not the top, but the second card underneath it. Ooh, wow. I'm getting chills here right now, guys. Okay, so this says calling in your soulmate. So this says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Hallelujah. So, you know, there's soulmate affirmations that you can do. There's meditations you can do. There's the exercise of writing down all the attributes of your potential mate to come in, and this stuff works. I mean, it's the same as manifesting anything else in your life. So you could really manifest in the love of your life right now, and they absolutely look like an amazing match for you, Gemini. So amazing cards. I'm just gonna wrap it up there because you can't add to perfection, seriously. So I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'm just gonna move on to Cancer. So I'm going to mark the time down here, and I'll see you back here another time. Bye. What's up, Cancer? I'm just going to do one quick shuffle here on the deck. I don't know why my dog is absolutely front row staring at me. I'm going to pause for a sec. Wow, like she was really close. But anyway, so let's have 2 Tattoo Tarot cards here for you. So, ooh, Knave of Cups and the Six of Swords. So, all right, Knave of Cups represents a message coming in about love. And the Six of Swords, it implies smoother waters ahead. So, you could be faced with a romantic invitation here. And this will lead to a very, very smooth sailing type of relationship. This is a very beautiful combination of cards, especially if you've had sort of, you know, rocky relationships in the past, or, you know, just things that people that didn't quite suit you. The Six of Swords, it's such a release of anything that caused you anxiety, or maybe you weren't quite committed to, leaving that in the background and being able to move forward with this new invitation coming in for you. And I'm pulling a Romance Angel Oracle card for you as well, and I just need to shuffle the deck. And actually, as I did that, a card flipped over in the middle of the deck. Can you see it here? This one. So I'm going to pull it because it's saying something. This is really interesting. This says forgiving and learning. So there is definitely something in your past, because you have the Six of Swords and you want to sort of release that and move forward. So this is, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So it could absolutely be possible that there's some healing that needs to be done for you, Cancer, so that you're able to, you know, either release what happened in the past and invite in a new romantic relationship, or heal the romantic relationship that you're in right now, because what happened in the past probably belongs in the past, you know. So really something to think about here for you, Cancer. Some really intriguing cards here, and, you know, forgiving and learning is part of life. So very interesting cards. I'm just going to say that. Very intuitive probably to your current situation. So pay attention to the cards and what they're saying to you and how they make you feel, Cancer, so that maybe, you know, you can invest a little bit more of your heart into your either recovering your current relationship or calling in somebody that is going to understand your baggage a little bit more. All right, so take care, Cancer, and we'll see you back here next time. Bye for now. Bye. How's it going, Leo? Okay, my dog is giving me the stink eye over here in the corner. I don't even know what's going on. So I'm going to pull 2 Tattoo Tarot cards for you. So let me just pull them here. This is fascinating. All right, so the Knave of Cups, and I just actually pulled this for Cancer, and we have the Sun card. So the Knave of Cups, it talks about a romantic invitation, you know, and leading with your heart and being open and available emotionally. Some messages coming in related to that. And then we have the Sun card, which speaks of abundance and, you know, things growing at an exponential rate. So, and I just saw angel numbers 1414. So you may want to check that out after this reading. So definitely a really beautiful opportunity here to love and grow, either with your existing partner or a new partner coming in for you. So let me put those down. Very beautiful. And, you know, the Sun card for the Tattoo Tarot, I think it's the only deck I have where there's actually 2 people, you know, moving forward under the sun. So that really speaks that there is somebody, you know, extremely compatible for you available, and that you're going to be able to speak to them very clearly and openly and from the bottom of your heart with the Knave of Cups. So I love that for you, Leo. So let me just, oh, this is cool. So this is give your relationship a chance and to work on your partnership. So, you know, if you're currently in a relationship and you're wondering what's going on, and I don't know, if you're having some difficulty, you know, the angels, the romance angels, they're kind of observing and saying, okay, you might be going through a rough patch. So really try and stick with it, because you do have so much love available here with the Sun card and the Knave of Cups. And if you are moving forward into a new relationship and you think, well, they're not exactly checking all the boxes that I need, you know, maybe consider giving somebody a second and a third date, because sometimes people just are so fast to judge and then they move on. So really consider what else that person might have to offer for you, because the romance angels are saying, well, there's something really valid here for you. So take that into consideration, Leo. And yeah, I'm gonna just leave it there, and I'm moving on to Virgo now. So I'll see you guys another time. Bye for now. What's up, Virgo? Okay, Robin here, and I'm going to just shuffle the Tattoo Tarot deck here, and I'm going to pull 2 cards. All right, so I've got the Knight of Swords, and I'll show you the cards right away. Yikes. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords and the 4 of Coins. So, I mean, look at this Knight of Swords. He really wants to move forward, but he's got on an extreme game face. So, and then combine that with the 4 of Coins, it's like you could be hiding behind, you know, some sort of a facade in order to protect your feelings. And whether this is with somebody new coming in or a current relationship where you've had your feelings hurt and you don't want to be exposed against because you want to avoid injury, this is really tense and difficult. And, you know, you might think that you've been doing a great job of hiding your feelings, but people can sense things, especially if they know you, especially if you've been in a relationship for a while. People are going to pick up on this kind of thing, and they'll start to probably blame themselves a little bit. And if you're not quite over a past relationship, or you're worried about that whatever happened, whatever incident, you know, from the past replaying itself, and you're not quite recovered, you're clearly going to bring it through into a new relationship. So there's something that needs to be resolved here, you guys. And, you know, let me just pull the Romance Angel Oracle card and see what that says. So this says, well, unbelievable. You know, this says it is safe for you to love, you know. So whatever it is that's going on in your heart from the past, the romance angels are coming in to reassure you, and they're saying, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So all I'm getting from these cards is, like, whatever wall that you've built up here for yourself, Virgo, it's time to start bringing that down to allow love in. And, you know, especially if you're currently in a relationship, it's not really quite fair to not have a conversation with somebody if something's going wrong, if your feelings are hurt and you're waiting for them to kind of magically understand what is going on. I think, you know, when people say things like, well, if you don't know what upsets me, then I'm not even going to talk about it. And you're like, well, what? You know, that's not fair. You know, people need to be given clear statements of your hurt feelings so that they can address them. And also not fair to bring it forward into a new relationship, because you could be really throwing away a good opportunity at an excellent match by hiding, you know. So just be upfront, and whoever is for you, no matter what happened in the past, okay? So very deep cards here for you, Virgo. So I hope it's helpful to some degree. And I'm just going to push on to Libra. So we'll see you guys back here another time. Bye for now. Bye. What's up, Libra? Okay, I'm going to pull a couple of Tattoo Tarot cards here for you. Just going to give the decks a quick shuffle because I just wrapped up Virgo. So just 1 second. All right. So I'm going to do a deck cut of the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition and pull this card for you. So this says Judgment. This is very fascinating, and I'll pull a second one, 3 of Wands. So there could be some sort of closure coming in for you, Libra. You know, something happening. I'm getting the words like Day of Reckoning, which is a little bit intimidating, but there could be something, a loop being closed, you know, from a previous relationship, that's going to free you up to a certain degree. With the Judgment card, it could be, you know, your divorce or selling a house or some sort of settlement. You know, maybe you were really broke and you're kind of waiting for some money to come in so that you can start dating again. And this is going to apply really if you're in a relationship or you're searching for a new one. There could have been something impeding you, you know, you're looking for a new job. So you can expect that to come in. And then the Three of Wands, it talks about moving on to the next leg of your journey. So I'm sensing the freedom here for you guys to really just continue on your path, which is going to be beautiful for you. So I really like what I'm seeing here in these cards. You know, you can welcome in a new change that could have been dragging on for a little while, especially those of you waiting for your divorce papers. They, you know, it should be happening soon for you. So I'm pulling a Romance Angel Oracle card. So this says very soon. So this says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So if you're just sort of shaking off a past relationship, like let it go. Just let it go. You know, it doesn't belong to you anymore. And you should feel really relieved once something is signed, whatever it is. You know, maybe you're just finally moving out of the same residence together, or you settled on a, you know, visitation schedule for your children. Whatever it is that has been holding you back will be resolved very soon. So decide what you want for your love life. If it's going to be, I want to be single for a little while, say that. If you want to meet somebody that is really compatible for you, then say that. Just really start manifesting exactly what it is for your romantic future, because it is available to you, and you'll have that sense of freedom coming in from whatever it is that was holding you back. All right, so Libra, I'm about to move on to Scorpio, so I'll see you guys back here another time. Take care. Bye for now. Bye. How's it going, Scorpio? Whoa, I'm just gonna go on a pause because I just launched my deck everywhere. Sorry. All right, so anyway, I picked up all the cards. That actually scared my dog. So all right, so enough about me. One more shuffle, and I'll pull you 2 cards here for love, Scorpio. All right, so we have the Three of Wands and the King of Cups. So wow, really powerful, really powerful. And okay, so particularly the King of Cups reminds me of Ryan Gosling. So those of you that are single, you probably will be meeting the person that you would epitomize to be the ideal and perfect partner for you. Somebody that really makes your heart skip a beat, that can take you with the Three of Wands into the next phase of your love life, like really on a higher level than you've ever been before. Something very deep, you know, because the King of Cups, he's open with himself, and he's going to be open with you. So whether you're single or in a relationship, there is something that is going to escalate for you. If you're single, the possibility of meeting this King of Cups, who is really so close to being a divine masculine, it's going to be really beautiful. And for those of you in a relationship, it'll be like opening up a new portal for your relationship to go through to escalate even higher. So, and the King of Cups is a water sign. So water is Cancer, Pisces, and of course you, Scorpio. So I'm going to pull a Romance Angel card here for you, and I'll try not to like shoot them across the living room like I just did with the tattoo. All right, so this says, ooh, wow, engagement. So your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And that's exactly what I was seeing here. Man, I'm good. I'm so good. But anyway, you know, you do have this really beautiful love match coming in and ascending to the next level with the Three of Wands. And then the Romance Angel Oracle card just absolutely summed it up in a beautiful way. Like, you can expect this to happen to you. Love is definitely in the air for you, Scorpio. And I just saw angel number 2525. So you might want to check that out too for another message from the romance angels. So I'm just going to move on to Sagittarius, guys. So take care of yourselves. Bye for now. Bye. What's up, Sagittarius? Just give me a second here to quickly shuffle the deck and freshen it up for your little love reading. So I hope you guys are doing really well. Hold on. All right. So I'm going to do a deck cut and pull a card there and start off there. So you have the Two of Swords, which is really interesting. And I'm going to pull the top card now. And the Ten of Coins. So, all right, so the Two of Swords is saying you have a decision to make in your love life, and it could really impact how you move forward. We have the Ten of Coins, which is the ultimate abundance in life. So, and this could relate to your love life, emotionally, how you feel about things. It could also mean that there's a lot of money coming in here for you. So you might have a decision to make, whether you're single or in a relationship. Is this where you want to be? Is this who you want to be with? So whatever is going on, whatever your relationship status is, it's time to clear the fog about what's going on and be really, like, brutally honest with yourself about, you know, if you're dating somebody, is like, am I dating this person because I'm really interested in them? Or, you know, am I just bored? You know, so really think about what is going to make you feel like you won the lottery every single day when you're with that person, and decide accordingly. You know, this is a pretty intense message to give, but spending your life with somebody that doesn't understand you, or that you're not necessarily 100% in sync with, it's something to be considered very deeply. So I'm just shuffling the Romance Angel Oracle cards here, and I'll pick one. So this says playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I think that's great advice, especially if you're feeling a little bit stagnant here with the Two of Swords, and it's putting you in that place like, why am I even with that person? Or do I want to be single? There's really, you know, look for this aspect too. You know, relationships should be fun. They're work too, but they're also fun. So really sit down and decide what you want here, Sagittarius. I'm seeing it's going to be super important for your future and how abundant that you feel in your life. So very deep cards. So I'm going to let you guys sit with that, and I'm going to move on to Capricorn. So thanks so much for tuning in. Take care. Bye. What's up, Capricorn? Just give me 20 seconds here or less to reshuffle the Tattoo Tarot cards for you, and I'll pull a couple and we'll get right into your love read. So I'll do a deck cut and we'll start there. So I'll show you guys that. So you have the Emperor, which is amazing. This is such a great card. And I'm being guided to put the deck back together and just do one more shuffle. And I'll pull one more there. And then you have the Knight of Swords. So it's like cautiously moving forward in your love life and considering laying everything brick by brick. The Emperor is somebody that considers what steps to take now in order to move forward, having laid the perfect foundation. Well, maybe not perfect, but perfect for you. Okay, so the Emperor is really considering the next generation and the generation after that. This is a very strong, caring individual. If you're single, this could be you planning on what you want to do for the rest of your life and looking around. And this is also very cautious energy of, you know, is this the person that I want to be with? Do I see that person walking step by step beside me in a partnership as we move forward? You know, and that applies regardless of your relationship status, you know, and how you can get in sync with that partner a little bit more. And the Knave of Swords, he's being very cautious. Sorry, this is the Knight of Swords. Like, look at him contemplating and ready to, like, really stick up for what he wants for his future. And so are you. Like, it's like You're not messing around anymore. It's like you're making decisions, and this is what I want for myself, and my partner is going to have to be on equal footing and understand this, and really just be ready to step up to the plate and deliver it, you know? So I think that's a really strong and powerful energy for you to have, because some people just compromised everything away, everything. So I'm seeing here, you can, you know, you're willing to negotiate with people, but not just giving up on everything because somebody's super hot. You know what I mean? So let me, I'll pull a romance angel card here for you. This says new love. I love this. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And this totally makes sense when you're looking at how this is going to play out, you know? Especially if you have a history when you first meet somebody of not being totally open about your feelings and open about your expectations, and you let other people sort of guide the romance, you know, so this is kind of a cautionary tale for you, Capricorn, to really be able to put your foot down, you know, in the nicest possible way and say, you know, I'm not going to play that game again. This is what I want. If you're not the right match for me, then, you know, it was really nice seeing you a couple times. I really appreciate you, but there's somebody that is a closer match for me. But this does say new love. So this could also be a rejuvenation of your existing relationship if you're in one. But if you're single, there's definitely somebody on the horizon that is going to come in. And it does look like they're going to be able to either meet or beat everything on your list. So this is a great combination of cards for you, Capricorn. So I'm done with your little love reading, and I hope you enjoyed it. Namaste, guys. Stay blessed. Bye.